Okay, you're on.
Okay, I am Cadet Legarski. I'm going to be speaking about first aid with my fellow cadet Stevenson, Buckner, and Odell. The first thing I'd like to do is pick up that paper and say first aid is temporary care given for emergencies to someone injured or ill until professional help can be arrived.
All right. Will you be prepared? Ways to be prepared are having a list of numbers close to phones, having a list of allergies, and having the first aid supplies at home in your car. Sorry. If you have one, if a family member is on meds, it is good to have some on hand. It's good to have gloves on hand in case some you don't know is just in case they have a disease you do not know about. Okay, sprains.
Alright, this is for sprained, right, wrist. Alright, you want to basically rest the person who has the sprain, and for 24 to 48 hours. And use ice because it reduces the swelling pain, right? After fainting, you want to leave them lying down. After they faint, you want to check the airways, make sure it's not like clogged up and stuff. Lift their legs above their head. Loosen any tight clothing so helps. Give it 1 to 2 minutes to gain consciousness. Once they actually gain consciousness, call for professional help. If the person is not breathing, perform CPR. If you have training in CPR, if not, also call for help.
In case somebody goes into shock, what you're better off doing is have the person lay down and raise their feet above their head. And loosen any tight clothing, and you don't want to give them anything to drink because that's just, I don't know. And if vomit occurs or bleeding occurs from the mouth, then roll them over onto their stomach to keep them from choking on it. Yeah, that's basically all we got.
Alright.
Questions? One
question. Y'all should get this. It was just said. Why would you turn someone over if they vomit or bleed from their mouth?
So they don't drown.
Because it would fill up in their lungs and it would drown them.
Correct answer.
Why would you want to keep gloves on hand in case somebody got hurt?
Because if they got cut or something, you don't want to stick your bacteria.
Your bacteria hangs all over the cut. Because everybody will.
Or if they have to have AIDS or something, you don't want to catch that. That's for disease.
And what would you do if fainting occurred?
Catch them. You'd want to put them on their back and put something smelling from their face that could rouse them. I forget what it's called. It's like amnesia or...
Incense?
No, not incense. It's actual medical thing they use They snap it in front of your face and make some
salt.
salt. No, not cement salt.
That's actually.
It will start with an A.
Quiet, please. Cadet Gokenauer?
Wouldn't you still try and check for a pulse if fainting occurs? Make sure they're still alive.
And those 3 feet above their head, so they both will go back to their head, and they will regain consciousness. They do that on themselves.
Anything else?
No.
Right then. Thank you for listening.
All right, everybody give him a round of applause. You guys were right below 2 minutes, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, okay? All right, constructive criticism, round the room. Who is not giving constructive criticism? There, great, stand up and give constructive criticism there, please.
Okay, so, Lugarski, I like you dressed in your blues, so uniforms. You did really well, good job presenting, like hand gestures, looking at your paper. I like that. You were a bit monotone, like you kept one tone of voice throughout the whole thing.
Alright, thank you, Cadet Deal, for acknowledging that. I'll make sure to change it up a little bit in my voice.
I liked the way you were trying hard. You were trying, to be part of the group, and you did well, definitely. But you kind of tripped up a little bit on some of your words, just a bit.
Thank you, Cadet Deal,
Yeah.
for your constructive criticism, and I will try my best to do better next time.
And I like how you're fully uniform. That's always good. Oh. Okay. I like how you're dressed. That's professional. And you did well presenting. You kind of looked at your paper a bit, but you did also, saw you making eye contact, which is good. So.
Thank you, Cadet Deal. I will try to look at my paper a lot less.
You did fine. They were good.
Call them by name, Cadet Odell.
Cadet Odell. Sorry. You did fine. There was, you did a lot of, like, you raised your paper, like, where people couldn't see your face. You dropped it, like, kind of to your side, exasperated, which is, it's not great for public speech, I guess. I probably shouldn't be saying this isn't bad at this, but, yeah. Yes, you did good with your speaking. Projecting, sorry. Projecting.
Thank you, Cadet Deal, for your
Constructive criticism.
thank you. Thank you for that, and I'll try to keep my paper down by my side.
Next.
Cadet Withers?
Oh, you've given some, haven't you, constructive criticism? Put your hand down. Cadet McCrae.
Alright. So as a group, I think you guys did good. Rather than like our group, where we were always on our own, we were just one-man armying it. We weren't really as a team. It appeared that you guys had worked more as a team, whereas we were just doing it on our own, and we weren't really sharing information as much. But on the same hand, you guys had a rough start, and you weren't, like, there was no synergy. You weren't passing the energy along. Like, you get going, and then you pass to Patrick, and it'd slow down, or it'd stop. Pass to George after you got going, and it'd slow down some more, rather than when you kept going, you'd just get more powerful, just kind of slow down, so. And as I said before, you had a lot of, like, you had a team effort, whereas we weren't a team. But, so good. So, Cadet Odell, I liked how you did that. You kind of spoke to us more rather than like how I did, where I was quiet and I didn't project. I was slurred speech, like I was inebriated. But you're not dressed professionally, even compared to me. So, if you were more professionally dressed, it would sound a lot better. George, as you said.
Yeah, hold on. Accept or reject, accept the constructive criticism, what you just said.
Thank you, Cadet McCrae. I will use your constructive criticism next time.
Thank you very much. And Cadet Bucker, I like how you're dressed, as I said before. You're dressed very appropriately, and it appears that you're going to know what you are talking about quite well. But I didn't like how when you got from Patrick, you just kind of went into it. You didn't really elaborate on what Patrick had said. You just went into it, you know what I mean? So it kind of slowed down after you got it. So.
Thank you, Cadet McCrae. I'll go with that.
Cadet Stevenson, I liked.
Talk loud.
Cadet Stevenson, I liked how when you got from Legarski, Cadet Legarski, you didn't slow down. You kind of kept attempting to make it go onwards. So that was good. I didn't really find anything too wrong with it. It was just a lot of content, so.
Watch X, Cadet Stevenson, how much you practiced?
Cadet Stevenson, how much did you practice?
Not much, not enough.
Do you have any constructive criticism for that?
Practice, and on the same hand, you guys should have separate papers. Like with us, we had separate papers. We weren't all trying to share it. We weren't dropping it. So it helped a lot that we had separate ones because you didn't have to look to the other person for it. You kind of just knew rather than having to take cues from someone else. You know what I mean? Just had your stuff, and when they stopped talking, you could talk. So.
Thank you, Cadet McCrae. I will take your advice for next time.
Cadet Legacy, I think you kind of are, well, first you're dressed appropriately, you had good demeanor, like when you dropped in the meeting, which is the bad thing. It was kind of a rough start, but you didn't like freak out about it. Like I would have been all mad with myself and go ahead and did some unprofessional things, whereas you kind of just took, like you kind of rolled with it and you didn't freak out about it. So those are my 2 cents.
Thank you very much. Sit down. I'm sorry, receive the constructive criticism.
Thank you, Cadet McCrae. I like how you complimented me first. It was very elaborate, and I like that. And I'll definitely use the negative part in my next speaking event.
All right, thank you very much. We need to save you for Gokinawa, okay? All right, everybody give a round of applause. Well, sit down. Sit down. Keep it going. Keep it going. Okay, guys, then this is going to be we got 3 groups here from the hybrid students. Overall, we didn't ask them their opinion of their grade, did we?
Nah, it was.
Oh, sorry. I preempted my Cadet Smith. We have 3 minutes. Guys, come right back up here and let's ask them constructive criticism of their self. Bad Colonel Peoples. Go ahead, Smith.
All right, Cadet Odell, how do you think you did?
Probably like a C.
A C? Yeah. Oh, and then what do you think? How well do you think the group did?
Probably like a high C, low B.
I see, low B.
I would give myself a really low C, maybe a high D, yeah. The group, about the same, high C, low B.
I would definitely give myself a low C. But for the group, like they said, yeah, definitely a high C, low B.
I would give myself a high C. And I think the group actually did pretty well as a whole and would actually give them a high B.
Okay, that's all I need.
Okay, hold it. You're saying the group was above average, almost excellent. That's what you said.
Maybe.
Maybe? All right, go sit down. All right. Here's the deal. What was the one requirement I asked for you groups to do?
5 minutes.
When your group is not over 5 minutes, it is not above average, almost excellent. And when you admit that you've never practiced, your group is not above average, almost excellent. In life, if you don't practice, if you don't do what your boss asks you to do, you're not going to be above average, almost excellent. I'm here to tell you, okay? In general, you guys did about what I thought you did. Because you're not here every day, for me to harp on you. But ask Cadet Smith or any of these kids have been here, the first time they did it, it was about what you guys did. The first time. Nobody prepped. I was mean to them. I made them nervous. They started sweating. Okay, it was not fun to be the first group. And they probably did about what you guys did. It's just that happened the first week of school, or the first quarter of school. I had to teach you guys how to do an online class first. We started to get projects done, and then, oh, by the way, now we're starting to get this done. Okay? So anyway, I would just say in general, this is not too bad. It was about average for my first year cadets, who I put this challenge to. Okay, next Monday, you're going to be the last one here, Cadet Hour? Is that right, Cadet Smith?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he's the last one. So you're going to be number one on the hit parade, and all by your little lonesome self. Okay, so everybody gonna give some constructive criticism in. You guys, I'll be uploading this probably tomorrow, probably not tonight. But you'll be able to see this stuff this week. Okay, and you need to be grading yourselves appropriately, just like the assignments go. Okay. Anything for you, sir? Cadet Smith, anything for you?
I thought you guys did a very well job for your skill level right now.
Why don't you come on up here and we'll dismiss the class to the end.
Okay. I was taking notes the whole time while you guys are doing it on individual stuff and basically kind of your habits and kind of what you're doing. You're fidgeting and you're moving around. And Cray was leaning against the board over here, kind of dancing a little bit. I was just taking notes on that, doing that. One thing I did is I asked you all, what do you guys give yourself as a grade? And I thought it was kind of funny. No one said anything over a C. You all give yourselves C's, basically. Okay, I thought you guys did a little bit better than that for your skill set level. What I gave you, Group 1, you had plenty of prep time. You guys did not use it at all. And it showed. You guys need to practice and get your act together. That's what I think. Group 2, you guys presented well. I believe you enunciated well. The one thing that I wrote down is that you weren't very thorough in the material, that you might have gone a little bit more in depth, but you did do a very well job on what you did cover. Group 3, I was actually very surprised that you guys didn't make your time. You guys used the prep time very well, especially last week. You guys were working non-stop last week, and you guys did a very good job doing the prep time. So I was surprised that you didn't meet your time. One thing I would suggest is you guys had first aid. I noticed in the book that there's something on ticks, and when you guys mentioned that a little bit, show us. Have someone out of the audience come out and do it. So, and otherwise, I thought you all did pretty well. Just use the time we give you to prep. Use that time and do the work. So that's my constructive criticism, I guess.
Alrighty, let's call the room attention. Go do great things. We're dismissed. Next week, you're starting out. I hope to have a hometown hero speaker, maybe a Coast Guard or Marine here next week, and we'll go from that. Look online, all right?
Room attend. Dismiss.
Go!